It was a calm, sunny morning on the English Channel, and for Border Force that means illegal crossings. 2 Border Force vessels and 1 from the RNLI rescued migrants, including children, from dangerous boats today. The difference now is that some of them could end up being sent back as the government's one-in, one-out scheme gets underway. How quickly is this going to be scaled up to actually make a difference?
This is the pilot. It's still in its pilot stage. We are testing the law. We are pushing all the boundaries. We are straining at the bit to make sure that this is a scheme that returns people when they do not have the right to be here, but it acts as a deterrent for people who think that Britain is a soft touch, which it has been in the past, no longer with this government, and this is just the start.
That start involves 2 migrants having now been flown back to France. Second, an Eritrean man left from Heathrow early this morning after his legal challenge against return failed. How has the situation now changed for those who want to challenge their removal?
I think the opportunity to bring those challenges is significantly reduced as a consequence of the government effectively saying, well, look, if you have an issue that you want to raise, why can't you raise it in the French jurisdiction? Why should you be entitled to come to the UK and use that as a basis on which to resist removal?
The scheme won't make a difference to numbers in the short term, with 1 asylum seeker coming legally from France for each that is returned. But the government hopes enough will eventually be returned to make it not worth getting on a small boat in the first place. And they've certainly had no shortage of advice lately.
I told the Prime Minister I would stop it, and it doesn't matter if you call out the military, it doesn't matter what means you use, but it's going to destroys countries from within. I think he should take a very strong stand on the immigration. It's really hurting them badly.
Politically speaking, that's hard to argue with, and as more than 31,000 people have arrived on small boats so far this year, the number going back the other way may need to ramp up pretty quickly.
Well, Carl, some relief for the government that their plan has actually started, but too early, I suppose, to tell this will be a deterrent for people considering crossing the channel in those small boats.
Yeah, that's right. They seem to have cleared the key legal hurdle. There may be some individual challenges to come, but the proof of concept is there that you can send people to France, and legally it's okay for human rights cases to be dealt with there. This takes the political heat off to some extent in that the scheme has started. They can no longer be said to have sent no one. But as you say, until enough people have started going back for that message to filter through to those camps around Calais that you could be sent back if you come over, I think it will struggle to make an impact on the number of people actually getting into small boats. Of course, the government will say this is not the only thing they're doing. They're also talking to the French about changing their tactics on stopping the small boats taking off from the rivers and the coast of France. They're also going after the smuggling gangs. But all of this is pretty slow work, and more than a year into the government, we have yet to see numbers start to come down so far.